I was watching a news documentary on Antifa. That's anti-fascists. You guys see all the dudes getting violent, right? And this reporter is asking one of these ones who gets violent. I suppose before I get into that, I should say that the first person she interviewed is a mother who exposes these people on the internet. She does the same thing I do. She exposes predators on the internet. She's the good guy for doing it. I'm the bad guy for doing it. I don't get it. But this woman works middle management. She's, your average American, so to say. Or what the average American we think is supposed to be. The second one, he was talking about isn't getting violent playing into it. Playing into their game. No, it's not. It's fighting with fire. Fighting fire with fire. When you've tried everything else and it doesn't work and your friends are still dropping like flies, they're still getting killed, their lives still mean absolutely nothing to the government that we're supposed to support, it's difficult for someone like me to not look at that and go, yeah, protesting isn't working, asking nicely isn't working. When people only understand violence, how do you explain something to them without violence? Without threats, without screaming? According to my thermometer, it's like 130 in here. The sun was only out for a few minutes. Some other questions that this reporter was asking were, she was asking this guy about a young woman who was killed last year, I believe in Boston. She was hit by a vehicle. This woman asked this guy, who's one of the violent Antifa members, if it's worth it. He said, well, versus, what we saw pre-World War II and during the Holocaust, yeah, between 6 and 8 million Jews being killed and us putting a stop to it here and now, I'd rather put a stop to it here and now. I don't want violence. I hate violence. What is it in my life that changed? I mean, every one of these people, you can ask them. Before everything that happened in Virginia, yeah, fucking harming another person was not something that crossed my mind. Now I think about harming other people in order to protect other people. Because speaking out does not work. You speak out about how the police are treating the homeless. People don't care. You speak out about how they treat minorities and people don't care. And how they treat immigrants and people don't care. But at the bottom of that fucking list is homeless. The homeless don't fucking matter to your society. Homeless people are worth less than women. Homeless people are worth less than immigrants. Homeless people are worth less than black people. Homeless people are worthless. We don't have any value to your society except for the government to make money off of the taxpayers. Our courts, they just eat up tax money. Our jails just eat up tax money. The DA eats up tax money. The public pretender's office eats up tax money. And then we got all these programs that are supposed to help, and you call those programs that are supposed to help, and none of them help how they're supposed to. You end up right back where you fucking started. So these Antifa folks, I can see where they're coming from. I try to put myself in everyone's shoes. How many people try to put themselves in mine? I'm trying to change the laws so these things don't happen to others. You want to be pissed off because I let your personal business out? If your personal business involves a predator who is still walking free, then fuck you, excuse me. I'm tired of seeing the same predators doing the same shit to people over and over and over and over again. And getting away with it because the victims won't come forward. Or the victims want to get back together with the son of a bitch. Like, holy fuck, how many times has that happened in my lifetime? Jamie's done it. Natalie's done it. Miss Jerry has done it. Amanda Engeline has done it. Yeah, I'm going to get together with someone who's abusive. And then I'm going to break up with him and ask Sean for help. And then I'm going to go back with him because he's apparently not as abusive as I first led off to believe, right? Ms. Jerry, which one of your stories about Ronald Reader is correct? Which one's proper? Which one's the truth? Did Ronald Reader really throw something at your head and that's why you moved out? Like the first story you told, when you wanted me to help you move out. Or was it the second story that you told? Actually, it was probably the fourth or fifth story that you told, where he accidentally hit it. And it landed miles away from you and it was an accident. Which one of those is true, Miss Jerry? I didn't need a sob story to help you. I just needed to know you needed help. You didn't have to tell me a story about Ronald Reader to get me to help you move. You have kids. If you got kids, you get special treatment. Even from me. Even if you're a fucked up, dumb bitch who keeps going back to the same abusive asshole while your kids are learning this. This is acceptable behavior. That's what you're teaching your fucking kids. And even in that case, you ask me for help and I come running, now don't I? People say, hey man, I can't help you, you know, my grandma died fucking 3 months ago, so I'm still mourning. I'm like, fuck. I lost 4 friends already this month, fuck you. When you needed help, just like any other time that anybody else needs help from me, there are people in my life who I care about dearly who are dying all the fucking time. If I took 3 months off for every person who died, oh my God, there are too many dead people in 1 month. So these Antifa folks, I see where they're coming from. I do. The ones who believe in exposing people, those are the ones I connect with the most. The ones who are violent, I don't connect with them, but I understand them. I understand why they're violent, because nothing else is fucking working. You guys look away and look away and look away and look away and then say, oh, what a shame, this is so sad. All right, on to the next headline. On to the next big fucking sob story. Meanwhile, you forgot about Natalie, and that's not okay. Natalie was good to me, in person, where it mattered. All that bullshit that happened over that fucking telephone, all the stuff that happened over her and her sister fighting over a boy, all of that stuff with her fucking friends coming after me and fucking stalking me, that wasn't in person. In person, Natalie and I never had an issue, not once. I didn't just change overnight. I was enduring a lot of abuse, and the harder I tried to get people to listen, the more they were fucking assholes to me. The more pretty memes they'd tell me. I don't need actual pretty memes. I need you to shut up and find out from me what's going on before giving me a general fix. Because there's a good possibility that your general fix that you got off of a Facebook meme is not going to fix the fucking situation. Loving myself didn't get me a goddamn lawyer, did it? Two birds in a bush doesn't mean shit. It doesn't get me a decent lawyer. It doesn't get me my money back. It doesn't get me my income back. It doesn't replace any of the things that were taken from me when I was assaulted repeatedly. And like I said, when you're homeless and you get assaulted, you're not allowed to fight back. They charge you with assault. You can't go to the police because of this. All these things that I've been saying since after Natalie died, I've been saying them all since before she died too. Most of them since before I knew she existed. How about them apples?